Hey everybody! It's been a while since I made a video. Not actually that long, but it's felt like a long time. We are in my kitchen. Look at that. Very nice. Because I have something in the oven, and so if this video goes over 15 minutes, we will be alarmed by my kitchen timer. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, so it actually hasn't been that long, but it feels like a long time. Because for a while I was posting like multiple times a day. This video is going to be about craft names. Um, Mostly because it's something that I struggle with, not necessarily struggle with, like it doesn't actually affect me that much, but it's something that's interesting for me to think about. I read in like, I don't know, okay, so many videos, I am sorry, and also sorry if this gets like super off topic, because I've just had like, not a very good time. But it's going to be better. Anyway. Okay. So, craft names. Every book is like, I don't know, and like a lot of books on Wicca specifically, not books that are generally just pagan, but Wiccan books. Always are like, yeah, and for dedication or your dedication or initiation or right away or eventually. They always say like different time frames. But you're going to get a craft name, so you should start thinking about it, basically. Don't stress out about it, but start thinking about it. And I just don't get it. Like, I just don't understand the reasonings, and so I'm going to talk about that here. And then I have some reasons why maybe I would want one, but they're not very good reasons. Like, they're not spiritual reasons. Um, so yeah, anyway, why I don't have a craft name. Also, this might change, especially since, like, I haven't even finished my year in a day study yet. I'm still intensely studying. But maybe this will change, but I just can't really see myself wanting one in the future. Um, anyway, so, I mean, later if I'm like, let me tell you about how I decided to pick my craft name, don't bring this up and say, but you said you would never get one, because people change. Um, but basically, I don't have one. Okay, and I feel like this is not. It's not offensive because it's just my opinion, and I like craft names. Like are awesome for some people. Like if you have a craft name and you like it, I'm not going to not like it. Like I think that's awesome. You know what I mean? Like, but to me personally, like giving. I don't think other people's craft names are cheesy, but I feel like I would feel cheesy having one. Um, and I know that like, I mean, it's not like I have this like wonderful like good taste or anything that I'm like, oh, no, that's just too cheesy. That's tacky. Because I do some things that I know other people in the pagan community like can't stand, like spell magic with a K. I think that's fun. Um, Other people really fucking annoys them. So like, I don't know. So just personal preference. Um, but and I wouldn't. I would feel weird like putting in my book of shadows like I don't know. I don't know whatever my craft name would be like Apple Rose. I just looked at two things near me. Sorry if Apple Rose is your craft name. I'm not trying to offend you. And like but I would feel silly like writing like Apple Rose on my things. Because it just doesn't seem like it's not genuine for me. For my experience, it isn't genuine. Um, but like on the same at the same time, it feels weird to write my name. Like I feel weird writing my name in my book of shadows because it just seems like I don't know. Like it's just weird. I don't know. Maybe I think right now I'm thinking about writing it in Gallifreyan. Because I think that'd be cool, and I'm a big nerd. Uh, anyway, another reason why I just don't get the whole craft name thing is that like okay. I'm a person who likes to like put things into compartments and like neatly separate them. It's an accounting thing, I'm sure. No, I don't know. But yeah, and so like I feel like if I gave myself a craft name, like I'm also really really imaginative, and I feel like I would really tend to like escape into that, and it wouldn't become like wouldn't become my spirituality. It'd be more of like I I enjoy being this person, and I wouldn't really see that person as myself. And so I think there's a risk of this escapism there. Um, Also, I don't like. I understand like getting rid of the negativity of your name, and like getting a name that's like all yours, and like things like that. And like making I get that it's like super special and really awesome, like changing your name, but that's super cool. But I don't want my spiritual life to be separate from my actual life, and because I tend to compartmentalize things, I feel like that would happen. Um, like I want my gods and goddesses to like just be fully integrated into my life, and like like not integrated into Apple Rose's life. What's that? Yeah, that was the name. Um, I would want to feel like I'd want to have the same identity carry over, um, and I'd want to feel like the same person. And not that changing your name makes you a different person, but it makes you view yourself differently. And I don't know. I don't know what I'm even trying to say. um, but yeah, mostly I just don't. I don't think I would do well transitioning between the two. I think it would be difficult for me. Um, and like I said, I could change my mind later. I do think like, wow, it'd be nice to have like a go-to like witchy name to use for like, because I'm not out of the broom closet to a family really, and not that I'm lying or like intentionally hiding it. It's just like I don't think it's really any of their business, and um, like I will probably eventually tell them, but it's just none of their business, and it never comes up in conversation. So, yeah. So I would just like sometimes I would like to when I participate in like pagan things or like on YouTube or whatever, where like there is a low risk of someone who doesn't know about it finding me. It would be nice to have like a go-to name that I could be recognized by. But that's not a real, in my mind, that's not a real reason to give yourself a craft name. Like, I would want it to be for spiritual reasons. But my spirituality doesn't really like that. So I guess, who knows? Time will tell. And I hope I didn't offend someone who has the craft name Apple Rose, or anyone who really likes craft names. Just remember that I'm sure that I like tacky things. Not that they're tacky. I'm just gonna shut up. Mm. Okay. I hope you guys think I'm a good person still. I don't think craft names are tacky. I would just feel cheesy using one, is my point. And I don't want to offend people. um, I don't know. Anyway, I could change my mind later. I don't know. It could happen. Fun times. Bye before I accidentally say something bad. I actually had more to say, but I don't know. I'm just, whatever. Like I said, not a good time. Um, but I wanted to talk about, like, the good things about, like, getting a new name where it's, like, no more negativity and, like, the connectedness that you might not have gotten with your name, or, like, bad associations with that name. I think that there's really good, like, opportunity and like obviously every situation is different. Like there are some people where I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Change your name. I would too. And I have a bit of a distorted view because I a lot of times don't go by my birth name because of gender related reasons. And so this is probably like really skewed. So take this with a grain of salt. But for a lot of people, I feel like there can be value and growth in like learning to like to strip away the negative associations. Why? Um, Negative associations with your name, and like just like kind of like nurturing it and growing it, cultivating it into, now it's a plant, I guess, but into you. And I want because people are like, well, your ordinary name, that's just your ordinary name, but don't you want a name that like helps you connect to the divine? I want my ordinary name to be connected to the divine, but that's just kind of how I run my shit. So yeah, I don't know. So take that for what it's worth. Bye for real this time.